Good evening everyone. In this session, we will discuss about CPU scheduling algorithms. Different CPU scheduling algorithm is there. In this video, we will look on at first come first serve scheduling algorithm. First come first serve scheduling algorithm, the name itself is there. Who is coming first, so they will get a service. So it is a very simplest scheduling algorithm. The implementation wise, there is no complexity. Simply we can implement with the help of queue. For this three process, each and every process, how much time it will execute. So that are details given in this chart. Process 1, process 2, process 3 and then corresponding their burst time. So scheduling algorithm we can solve with the help of Gantt chart. Gantt chart is nothing but like a bar chart. So that will contain the details about when the process is starting to execute and when it completes their execution. So these details will be available under the Gantt chart. So for the CPU scheduling algorithm, commonly, so these three terms will be used. So one is arrival time, another one is burst time, then turnaround time, and one more thing, completion time. So first thing is burst time and arrival and then completion time and turnaround time. So these four timings are popular thing. Burst time is nothing but how much time it will take to execute. So the execution time is called as a burst time. Arrival time, when it reaches for the timeline. So if it is reaches all the process at initial, it will mention as a 0, or otherwise they will mention as a time 1, 2 like that. Completion time, once the process completing its work and it is leaving from the schedule, CPU means, so that time is called completion time. Turnaround time, so this is all indicated as a TAT, and then arrival time we will indicate as a AT, and the burst time we will indicate as BT. So completion time CT, that's all normally. Turnaround time means it is easily calculated with the help of waiting time plus burst time. So the TAT calculator, waiting time plus burst time. Waiting time means each and every process without working, it is in a timeline, but without executing, simply it is waiting for the execution, means that period is called as a waiting time. And burst time, it is a working time. So totally how much time it is taking to leaving the CPU, so that will called as a turnaround time, when it started and when it is leaving. That is total amount of time. So not exact leaving time, so that is a completion time. So how much amount of time you spend. So simply I will explain all these terms with the example of one real-time scenario. So we can consider we are going for the bank. You are a process, and so your plan to your work will complete within half an hour. So that is your burst time. So your work is only 30 minutes. So your execution process would, and you went to the bank at the time of 10 a.m. you reach the bank. So that is arrival time. Turnaround time. So you started at 10 a.m. So you just went for manager and you fill some form, and then they are asked you to wait for some time. You are waiting, and then after that another one counter you are just going and doing some process, and then again waiting. So the banking system are together, we can't able to complete, right? So in between they will serve for the another persons, like that. After finishing, when you are just leaving from the bank, the time is 12 a.m. 12:30 p.m. Okay, so when you are leaving from the bank at 12:30, so this is the completion time. So what is a turnaround time means? So 10 o'clock to 12:30. So how much time you spent inside the bank? 2.5 hours. So that is your turnaround time. Okay, so your work will be only for 30 minutes, that is burst time. You reach the bank at 10 o'clock, that is arrival time. You are leaving from the bank, it's 12:30, it is completion time. How much time you spent entirely, including your burst time as well as in between you are waiting something. So all together it will be calculated as a turnaround time. So 2.5 hours you are spent inside the bank. So that is turnaround. So I think now you can clear about the terms of CPU scheduling. Now we can solve the first come first serve scheduling. So now we can consider all the process arrived at the time of 0. Now we can make the Gantt chart. So the first process, the P1 will start executing at time 0. So it will take 24 minutes to complete its work. So the P1 is working and leaving for the 24. So the next, the P2 process will start and it is working for only 3 minutes. So after 3, so 24, 25, 26, 27. So 27 it completes its process. Next the P3 will start and it is also working for only 3 minutes. So at 30 the P3 will complete. Now we need to calculate the waiting time for each process. Waiting time means before starting it gets chance to execute, so that much time is waiting. So the P1 waiting time is 0 because when it is CPU is working started, it is start working. So P1 waiting time is 0. P2 waiting time, so the P2 gets chance to work on at the time of 24 only. So till that it is considering as a waiting period. So the P2 waiting time is 24. And P3 waiting time, the P3 get a chance to work on at the time of 27. So till it is waiting time. So 27 is a waiting time for P3. So now we need to calculate the average waiting time. So 0 plus 24 plus 27 divided by 3. So you will get around 17. So this is your average waiting time. So then what is turnaround time? So the turnaround time we already mentioned, waiting time plus burst time. So each and every process, so you know the waiting time, now we calculated. Then burst time it's given in the block, so 24, 0 plus 24. And for the P2 waiting time is 24 plus burst time 3. For the P3 27 plus 3. So each and every process for the turnaround time P1, P2, P3, 24 plus 0 is 24 turnaround time, and then for the P2 its waiting time is 24 plus burst time is 27, and for the P3 waiting time is 27 and burst time is 3, so 30. So now you can add all together and you can calculate the average waiting time, that is average turnaround time. So 30 81 divided by 3, so around you will get 29.3 something. Okay, so what does mean by completion time? Here when it is leaving, that is a completed time. So here from the Gantt chart you can calculate. So for the first come first serve, it's very easy. For the left hand side it is a waiting time, and then right hand side it is their completion time. So here there is no preemption concept, no priority or any other constraints we are not coming. So once the process started, it is going to be executed and it is leave. So the completion time for the P1 is 24 and completion time for P2 is 27 and completion time for P3 is 30. So it's a very simple algorithm, and we can easily identify their waiting time, completion time and then turnaround time using the Gantt chart. So this is our Gantt chart. It is a bar chart. We can easily identify all these details from this. Thank you.